Hey everybody, my name's Savannah and today we're going to be talking about breathing while singing. First things first, this video is for ages 10 and up. So whether you're a beginner or intermediate or even advanced and you want to review, this will hopefully be a helpful video for you. The first thing we need to talk about is the diaphragm. For those of you who don't know what a diaphragm is, you're not alone because most people probably don't know what their diaphragm is. It's a muscle that's located right underneath your lungs. Our lungs sit underneath our rib cage, and I'm sure you've all felt before the bottom of your rib cage right here, and then the top of your lungs extend all the way up almost to your clavicle, which is this bone that kind of sticks out right here. You've probably all felt that bone before. So your lungs are really big, bigger than you might expect because we don't usually fill them to their capacity, but they have a lot of potential if you know how to use them. So the lungs are up here, the diaphragm's gonna sit right up in here. The reason a diaphragm is so important when you're singing is because the diaphragm is the muscle that can pull more air into your lungs. Before we can start using our diaphragm, we have to learn how to stand and we have to learn how to take a full breath in our lungs. You have to stand tall, keep your chin parallel to the floor, and keep your chest up so that you're prepared to take in a big breath of air. Now I have an exercise that I want to show you guys that's really effective in helping people take in a really big breath of air. It's called the true breath exercise, and it's really simple. So what I'm gonna do is exhale all of my air. I'm gonna force it all out, make sure there's nothing left in your lungs, and then I'm going to count to 5 with my lungs completely empty. And they're gonna be screaming at you because they want more air in them, but I promise you can do it. I'll demonstrate, so go ahead and do this with me. Exhale. You want to take true breaths when you're singing because you need the air to sing properly, to sing beautifully, and to carry through your phrases. You don't want to run out of air while you're singing. This is the true breath from the side. Exhale. Notice how my stomach and my lungs filled up with air. This is exactly what we want because we need a lot of air to sing. That's how we make things happen, and that's how we sing beautifully. Now, the tricky part of singing is after you take a big breath, even when you're running out of air, you have to keep your chest up. You don't want to collapse your chest. That can bring bad form and that can expel too much air too fast. Practice keeping your chest up during your whole song and during every warm-up and exercise you do. You never want to let your chest drop, and this will build your muscles. It takes muscles in your back and in the front to keep your chest up. It's probably going to take quite a while to master, so don't be discouraged. Just like people go to the gym to exercise their muscles, if you want to be a serious singer, you have to exercise your muscles used for singing. Another tip you can use when you're inhaling to sing is to breathe in through your nose. It opens up the passageway for the air to flow when you start to sing, and it keeps things really loose and ready for that first note. One other exercise I have for you to help you preserve your air while you're singing is called the balloon exercise. The reason it's called this is because it's like letting the air out of the end of a balloon. We want to let a little bit of air out at a time. We don't want to let it fly open and all the air come out at once because that's not going to create good sound and that's not going to help you sing any better. So take a deep breath with your chest lifted. Use your lower abs to expel. See how long you can go. Chest up. So the goal in singing is going to be to make sure that you're keeping control of your air so that you don't expel it too quickly. So now I'm going to demonstrate proper singing versus not so proper singing on account of breath. So the first time I'm going to sing with a dropped chest and barely any airflow. Tell me something, boy. Aren't you tired trying to fill that void? Or do you need more? Ain't it hard keeping it so hardcore? So obviously that wasn't the worst thing you've ever heard, but it's also not the best. Now listen when I fill my lungs with air and I keep my chest up. Tell me something, boy. Aren't you tired trying to fill that void? Or do you need more? Ain't it hard keeping it so hardcore? As you can see, when you have breath in your lungs, your sound quality increases by so much. And it's hard for some people to know that they're missing out on this sound quality because they sound good without that air, but they will sound 100% better if they would just fill with air and learn how to use it. That's all for this video. If you'd like to go in more depth, check out the next video about your diaphragm and learn why that's so important in proper breathing. Thanks.